between now and next Friday as it relates to your deadline?
When you say tariff, not Paris.
Tariff.
Tariff. I think you said Paris Day.
No, Tariff Day.
Well, most of the deals are finished right now. They're finished because we're just going to charge a certain tariff. A lower tariff that I could get. I don't want to hurt country. But we're going to send a letter out sometime during the week. And it's basically going to say you're going to pay 10%, you're going to pay 15%, you're going to pay maybe less. I don't know. But Australia was great. They opened up beef yesterday for the first time ever. And they did it. We didn't know about it. We asked them to do it, and all of a sudden we got a word that they wanted. So obviously they're looking to do something. But Australia. So August 1st is going to come, and we will have most of our deals finished, if not all. We haven't really had a lot of luck with Canada. I think Canada could be one where they'll just pay tariffs, not really a negotiation. We're working very diligently with Europe, the EU, which covers a lot of territory, a lot of countries, and that's the big one right now. We have the confines of a deal with China, but we haven't really. We don't have a deal with Canada. We haven't been focused on it.
When you send out those letters, Mr. President, when you send out those letters, do you believe that will bring some certainty to the financial markets? Because then they will know.
No, when those letters go out, they're a page and a half. That means they have a deal. It's done. They pay that tariff, and that is a contract essentially. And they can come into the country. They're going to pay a tariff. I'm going to keep it minimal. I'm going to keep it. I'm not looking to hurt countries. I could do that too, but I'm not looking to do that. But when that letter goes out, that's a deal. And we'll be sending maybe close to 200 of those letters out. Don't forget, we have a lot of countries. So we're going to be sending out almost 200 of those letters. But once those letters go out, there we have a deal. Now, we sent one to Japan, we sent one to EU, and they came back and negotiated a deal. I think EU is got a pretty good chance of making a deal.
With all of that revenue coming in, Mr. President,
a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Our country was a dead country. It was a dead country 1 year ago. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And don't you feel it?
Mr. President, with all of that revenue coming in, tens and tens of billions of dollars, do you think there's the possibility of a rebate to the American public in terms of all of that money?
We're thinking about that, actually. We have so much money coming in, we're thinking about a little rebate, but the big thing we want to do is pay down debt, but we're thinking about a rebate. That's a very good question. You just made a lot of news. We're thinking about a rebate because we have so much money coming in from tariffs that a little rebate for people of a certain income level might be very nice. Being blocked by a lot of people. People don't know this, and we didn't certainly get any acknowledgement or thank you, but we contributed $60 million to food and supplies and everything else. We hope the money gets there because, that money gets taken, the food gets taken. We're going to do more, but we gave a lot of money. We gave a majority of the money, and the sad part is that no other country other than us gives anything.
Have you spoken to Michael Walkley about running for that North Carolina?
I have, yeah.
And will he run, do you think?
I think he will.
So teacher shortages, so what can be done to get...
Are you from North Carolina?
My father lives there.
He'll be a good candidate.
What can be done to bring more teachers, more educators into the classroom to alleviate the teacher shortage across the country?
We're doing that, and we're doing it strongly. What we're doing is moving education back to the states. The states will run education. When they do it, you're going to have the best education in the world. We'll have 35 or 40 states where it will be as good as Sweden, Norway, Denmark, the top 5 or 6 countries.
How do you attract the top talent, the top teachers to get into the classroom?
We're going to get them. We already have them. When we go back to the states with education, you're going to see a big difference.
Mr. President, there's supposed to be with Elaine Maxwell. Is that on the table?
Interview
Do you trust?
Todd Blanche is a great gentleman. He's a
Do you
great,
trust
he's a
what
great
she's telling
man.
you?
Who's a great lawyer. He's got a great heart. But he's over there now. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I certainly can't talk about pardons.
Can
now.
you trust? Can you trust what she's telling him? She's a convicted trafficker who's eager to get out of prison.
Well, you know, he's a professional lawyer. I think he's been through things like this before. But you know, you should focus on Clinton. You should focus on the president of Harvard, the former president of Harvard. You should focus on some of the hedge fund guys. I'll give you a list. These guys lived with Jeffrey Epstein. I sure as hell didn't. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, should not be President.
That'll take care of the housing. The housing is a little bit slower than everything else. Everything we're 100% done. But the housing, because his rate is too high. If he lowers it, we're going to see a housing boom on top of it. We've got the hottest country in the world. Because you could be a good showman, but if you're not a physical specimen, it's not going to work. That's true. You've got to go into another line. But I've watched him lift 350-pound men over his head and throw him out of the ring.
Andre the Giant.
He was the real deal. He was MAGA all the way. He said, I wish I got to. He said, I've always loved you. You know, we've always been friends. But he wasn't a political guy. And in the last 3 years, I'd say, he became really political. And he said, I'm so angry at myself for not doing it earlier. He was happy. Yeah. But you know, he took a beating. When you look at the life that they live, he would wrestle sometimes 200 times a year. Think of that. I say, what do you wrestle every weekend? No, he said, sometimes you wrestle every night. And it's hard to believe. But being a friend, I got to see his life a little bit. And his knees were in trouble, his back was in trouble. He was in such trouble, but he was great. He was a great man. He was an incredible showman, and he was really a great friend. And he was a great friend to MAGA.
Mr. President, you signed an executive order to help clean up the streets of America yesterday, help get the homeless people into treatment. Can you talk about why this is a common sense approach to help make everybody safer?
Well, it is, and right outside we have some tents. I'm getting rid of them right now. You can't do that, especially in Washington, D.C. I talk to the mayor about it all the time. I said, you got to get rid of the tent. You can't have it. When leaders come to see me to make a trade deal for billions and billions and even trillions of dollars, and they come into this tents outside of the White House, we can't have that.
Mr. President,
It doesn't sound nice, but...
Mr. President, you want to see peace in Ukraine. What would it take to force Zelensky and Putin to sit down together, maybe with you?
It's going to happen, but it should have happened 3 months ago.
And Mr. President,
Mr. President, should Obama be...
message to Harvard, now that Columbia has agreed to pay $200 million?
Well, Harvard wants to settle, but I think Columbia handled it better. Harvard wants to settle, But you know, they have a very good judge. They have a judge who will almost absolutely rule in their favor, even though it's our case all the way. But they have a very good Obama-appointed judge, and so they'll get a little kick out of that. But ultimately, we win their case. And the bottom line is we're not going to give any more money to Harvard. We're not giving any more money. They were getting $5 billion and $6 billion, $7.2 billion. We want to spread the wealth to other schools.
Mr. President, people around you be concerned about this?